Hey, Tarkov has a cheat menu and it's not in the settings, it's your injector case. One injection and your stamina stops mattering, you carry double your weight, and even damage is getting irrelevant. Stims let you take fights that you should lose. That's how insanely broken they are. In my injector case, every slot has a job, and if one of them is missing, I feel it. Let's go over what I carried in over 400 raids in PvE and what you can learn from it. Propital is my most used stim by far. It's a painkiller for a little over 4 minutes, plus some health regeneration the whole time. The negatives are small and they only hit after it ends, so during the fight you just get value. The regen is not going to save you from heavy bleeds, but it constantly fixes small chip damage. You take a few rounds and while you keep moving, your body slowly heals. And there's another reason I love it. The mule stim slowly drains your health while it runs. If I already have Propital going, that downside gets negated. So for me, Propital is the best general purpose painkiller in the game and the best stim as well. This one is the emergency button. For about 60 seconds it pumps insane healing into you. If you have a black limb and you need to run, or if you have multiple bleeds, it just keeps you alive, but you can focus on the fight or disengaging. In PvP, this stim is disgusting because it lets you stay in a fight while wounded or almost dead. In PvE, it's a lot worse, because you can usually break line of sight, reset and heal normally. Still, when something goes wrong, like in this clip, this stim can save your life. Perforan or Blue Blood is a bleed stopper, and it's a niche stim. It stops all bleeding for a short window and it also helps against toxins. In PvP, it can save you when you get debuffed with multiple heavy bleeds. In PvE I basically never need it. In the few cases I did in hundreds of raids, it was mostly as an antidote for Labyrinth. So yes, you should carry one for Labby or if you're hunting cultists, but generally in PvE it usually does nothing. Now we get to the part that actually feels like cheating. SJ6 gives you a lot of max stamina and faster stamina recovery for exactly 4 minutes. That alone is insane, but if you can afford it, pair it with the next one. This one is called Trimadol, a painkiller. It improves strength and endurance for about 3 minutes. Additionally, it gives stamina regen. And here is where it becomes stupid. SJ6 plus Trimadol together are the cheat code. You can full sprint for 3 minutes and your stamina is not depleting. The cost is that it burns your energy and hydration quite hard, so bring something to eat and drink. I use this at the start of maps like Shoreline and Woods. Bad spawn doesn't matter, you inject and you can run forever. Here's another way that stims feel unfair. Not in fights, but for loot. Mule gives you a massive carry weight boost of 50% extra weight for around 15 minutes. The downside is that it slowly drains your health while it runs, so it's not free and it's not something I want to use for no reason. But when you find high value weapons, armor or something heavy like a tank battery, this turns a situation where you usually say, I have to drop loot into I'm getting rich. That's why it's in my case. Always combine it with Propy to negate the health loss effect. 2A2 is my second favorite most raid stim. It gives a smaller carry rate boost of 15%, but it also boosts perception and attention for 15 minutes. The downside is mild dehydration over time, so nothing bad really. It's not as powerful as the Mule, but in most raids it's enough. That's why I carry both. If the 2A2 solves the raid problem, I keep my expensive Mule for the day I hit the jackpot. SJ12 is pure value when the raid goes long. It helps with energy and hydration recovery for around 10 minutes, which can literally save your life when you run dry. If the raid goes long and I can't find food or water, SJ12 keeps me functional. That's why I always keep one on me. Meldonin is the long duration performance stim. It boosts endurance and strength for 15 minutes. The downside is a slow drain on energy and hydration the whole time. If you can afford it, this one is the best every raid injector. Not because it saves you from a single moment, but because it makes the whole raid a lot smoother. Movement feels a lot better with the stim. Your PMC is not having an asthma attack every 20 seconds. Alright, that's what I carry. Now let's cover the rest of the stims quickly, grouped by what they do. Adrenaline and L1 are basically the same idea. Short duration combat power with pain killing and physical boosts. Then a crash with fatigue and dehydration style penalties. Rather use a Propital here. SJ1 is a short endurance and strength boost. It lasts a few minutes and costs you energy and hydration while it runs. If you want a temporary performance bump, it works, but it's not as long as Meldonin and not as strong as an SJ6 with Trimadol together. 3BTG is in the awareness category. It boosts attention and perception for several minutes, which helps with looting and gathering information. Nothing fancy though. AHF1 and Zagostin are strong hemostats. They can save you, but they hit you with nasty dehydration and other side effects. In PvE I almost never need them because you can usually reset and heal normally. If poison is in the play, this is the clean solution. If poison is not in the play, it's dead weight. So basically bring this one or Perforan for hunting cultists. SJ9 is a hard body temp drop, meant for countering thermals. In PvE it's completely useless. Fancy a game of roulette? The following stims are for you. Obdolbus is random. Sometimes you win, sometimes it ruins your raid. It can literally kill you on use. This one used to be good if you had maxed out immunity, which like 5 players ever achieved in Tarkov's lifetime. Obdolbus 2 is extreme, huge buffs, but huge drawbacks. Its only upside, it lasts for 30 minutes. Last but not least, the experimental stuff. P&B is like a baby ETG, I would rather use the big brother any day. And P22 is weird, it reduces damage you take, but after the effect it reduces your stamina as well. I never used this one ever. Okay, that's all of the stims, back to the cheat menu. Not every stim is worth a slot, but the right few cover almost every problem Tarkov throws at you. If you want to start your own injector case that actually gets pressed, start with Propital, SJ6, Trimadol and 2A2 first. Later you might want to add a Mule, an SJ12 and an ETG for emergencies. Once money stops mattering, just pop a Meldonin every raid. Perfotoran and most of the bleed and gamble stuff is optional, and for me, mostly dead weight in PvE. So, there you have it. One of the more non-obvious systems in Tarkov, but a very broken one. Comment below what you are currently running in your injector case. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, see you in the next one.